Hello. Time now. What's going on there? Time now is 5:18. Taco just sort of went blank. I don't know what's going on. It's working now. Oh, it's downloaded. That's right. 5 past. I don't know. No, it's not. It's 20 past 5. It's Friday, which can mean only one thing, and that's Cracker Jack Day. For those of you that are old enough to remember, some of you oldies out there, like myself. No, we're not old, are we? We're not old. No such thing as getting old. I'm still 18, really. In my head, I'm 18. My body tells another story, but even me aches and pains of. Well, I've got aches and pains on me aches and pains these days. Everything is my best friend. He's my best friend. Oh my word. The porridge hole is getting bigger. So yesterday, well.
At the end of the road, turn right, Normandy Way.
So, yesterday, just to finish off or recap on what happened yesterday, I went into my favourite container yard, queued up for an hour to get to the kiosk, which is ridiculous considering there was only 3 trucks in front of me. And, spoke to the person on the intercom and said, "Yeah, this book's in for quote the shipping line. In for is an empty box in for stock." No, it's not. What do you mean? No, it's not. It's not booked in, mate. It's not booked in. No, not booked in. You'll have to leave. I said, "Well, at least can I make a phone call? It's moved in 20 minutes." Oh, okay then. Make a phone call. No, phone up. No, it's not booked in. No, clearly. Oh, we'll try and get it booked in now. I said, "Well, you've got to be rapid because they're wanting me to leave now. I'm blocking everything up." So anyway, it goes on for 5-10 minutes. They're sending the email out. I've just spoken to your people. I spoke to
the first exit, Normandy Way.
The guys in the office down there in my favourite container yard. Yeah, we've spoken to them. We're waiting for confirmation, but that confirmation could take anything between 10 and 20 minutes, so you can't sit there, so you'll have to go round.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
Go round and come back in on the priority gate. I said, right, okay. I said, but all I'm going to do is get to where I am now, and there's still half hour in front of me. I said, I'm going to be, it's why isn't things moving? Oh, we don't know. So I phoned Darla up and I said, look, this is the problem. I'm going to be half an hour to an hour. And by that stage, which I don't mind, because I've got time to do that, but it makes me late to pick up the empty box. They're going to be shut by the time I get out of here.
After a quarter of a mile, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, Ferry Road.
Leave that with me. I said, well, I can't leave it with you. I'm in a queue of traffic. I need to know what I'm doing. I don't want to come back round here and sit in the traffic for another hour and then have another hour to get out of
Go
here.
Right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
They just don't get it. They don't, because they can't see or never experience the problem, because they've never driven a truck in their lives or had to go through my favourite container yard to witness, feel the pain. They don't appreciate the problems. Just sit there and just go through again. It doesn't correlate with their mind. That's another hour and a half of your life wasted. So I said it's a bit of a waste of time unless you can get this box set off somewhere else. Right, okay, right, well, just come back to the yard then. Okay, I'm going to try and sort something out. I said, right, okay, yeah, that sounds like a sensible plan, because being in here isn't a plan. So anyway, I get back to the yard and I said, right, what's the plan? I said, come on, we need a plan here. Right. So about 5 minutes later, I've got someone getting your box I've now got someone to get your box out of the container yard and then drop and swap. So drop your trailer here. That's fine, okay. And by the time we've done that, hopefully this lad will be on his way back. because he's in there now. I said, right, brilliant. That was simple, wasn't it? So most of the... So the other lad, I dropped my trailer. By the time I'd done that and faffed about, the other lad turned up with his trailer, which he dropped for me and picked up another trailer, and he was off. You know, it's all doable. But it makes me wonder why we couldn't have done that in the first place. Because he was already in. This other lad was already in there, dropping a box off. So he picks up another box, which is my box, and brings it back. And, you know what I mean? It's the best resource of vehicles, isn't it? If you've got one vehicle already in a container yard, and he's going in, taking a box in, pick another box, bring it back. We just swap trailers. I don't know. What do I know? It's above my pay grade, apparently. Although I seem to be sorting out other people's pay grades. Oh well. So, we're going to Trowbridge for 8 o'clock. And Salisbury's got a road shut in it, in the city centre.
Turn right, A326, Marchwood Bypass.
I suspect that if I was to carry on and go via Salisbury, that it would be open by the time I got there, but I don't really want to take the chance, in case it's not, because that leads me on a right merry old dance. And I know Salisbury like the back of my hand, and I know that it would lead me on a merry old dance to get round the particular road that's shut. I'd have to go right out through by the cattle market and then back in through Wilton Road, and back into the city centre. It's like, what a palaver. So no. So I'm going up the 303. The only day I'm going up the A34 onto the 303 and along that way. A, it's easier. B, it's a smoother road. It's less. It's less. It's a constant speed, so it's more fuel efficient. Although it's a bit further. But the only fly in the ointment here is that the bottom of the M3 might be shut. Google was telling me that it was shut, but that's...
After 900 feet, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, A35, Taunton Bypass.
Yeah, see, Google Maps is telling me to go this way. Oh, sorry, Taunton.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
It'll be interesting to see what it says when I get down the very bottom. I've got clanking around going on with my stove, so excuse that. Normally it doesn't clank too much, but today, for some bizarre reason, it seems to be clanking. Sunrise, nice to see. Well, it's always nice to see sunrise, isn't it? You know? Yeah, the day's you're already onto a winner when you wake up in the morning. Whatever happens after that is immaterial, as long as you wake up. I know not everyone might agree with that, depending on what frame of mind you're in, but you know, you got to keep pushing on, boys. Got to keep pushing on.
After half a mile, keep left.
Got to keep pushing on. I'd say. Oh yeah, is it ever?
After 900 feet, keep left, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Oh, the pub's got its lights on in there.
Keep left, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
I thought it'd shut down.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, M271, towards Nursling.
So, I'll leave you to it. So, to recap, it's 5:29, 6 degrees, it's Friday, Crackerjack Day. I'm in my shorts. It's foot down, well, all I know is foot down Friday. Although there isn't a lot of being footing down. Yeah, nice little ride up to Trowbridge now, and then a nice drive back through Westbury, which is a bit of a... always interesting going through Westbury. Never know what you're going to meet. Sometimes you meet nothing. In fact, the last few times I've been through there, it's been plain sailing. This is the sort of day when you'll meet a combine harvester coming through. It's like... Right, let's go and see what the roads are doing up here. I'll speak to you all later. Hello. A303 westbound. Clear my throat. Pretty part of the world. Sweeping hills. Peter Green, one of my earliest memories of trucks is Peter Green, actually. Peter Green trucks. Remember those from a kid, being a kid. We used to have a down the road from where I lived on in Shaftesbury, in an estate, and on a walk to school every morning. We used to have to walk just on the outskirts of this industrial estate, and there was a company called Dorset Foods, and they used to make like steak kidney pies and sausage rolls and things like this, quiches, and I don't know what they do these days. They're still there. They still produce food. It's only a small company, only a small factory. I used to remember when they used to make the meat pies, and it was like, it almost put you off meat pies. It was not a nice, it wasn't a pleasant smell. But they'd always have fun. I think they only had 1 or 2 bays. I think they still only have 1 or 2 bays. But they must be doing alright because they're still there. They've probably been bought out by somebody now. I'm not even sure they're called Dorset Foods anymore. You know, the wind was blowing in the right direction. You could get a whiff of the meat pies in the morning when you walked. So, yeah. remember, innit? Funny the things you remember. So down over to my left is the big hangars for Boscombe Downs. It was a research airfield, I believe. Not sure what it's used for these days. There is still an airfield there. Good views as we go down the hill here. All these factory units on the left, these are all new. This what's it called? Can't remember the name of the place. It's down into Amesbury, but it's called something now. It's called Solstice Park. Yeah, look at that. What a monstrosity on the left there. Used to be all fit. I remember when it was all fields, but not that in my day. God, blimey. We call it progress. All those none of those factory units were there 10-15 years ago. It's all relatively new. They call it services. There's very little truck parking in there. There's probably about 6 to 8 bays. There's not a lot in there. So the garagey bit is down here. Yeah, probably about 6 bays if you're lucky. You couldn't make it up, could you? Talk about, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, when a truck driver, you're the evil dead. We don't want them around us. Ridiculous. How do planners get away with it? I do not know. You know, it should be built in that if you have X amount of factory units around there, you need X amount of truck parking.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A303, towards Warminster.
Okay, down to the roundabout, up the other side. Then you got Stonehenge.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Containers. Got ourselves a convoy. Oh my days.
Follow A303 towards Warminster for 3.5 miles.
So from here on in, this is all classed as the World Heritage Site, right? Yet, on this World Heritage Site, you have like this, I don't know what you'd like to call them. I wouldn't like to call them eco-warriors. I wouldn't like to call them hippies, or peace protesters, or travellers, or I don't know what they are. I don't know. Just people that are they're not living off the land particularly. They're just living in the hedge. Just on the left here. Up in there. There's loads of them in there now. Loads of caravans. Fox. There's loads of cars and trucks all along the cars all along the till the summer season's kicking in. All parked up there. There's loads. I don't know what's going over there. Loads of vans and big camper vans. And, God knows. Who knows? Right, Stonehenge. Right, as much as I'd like to leave you on, it's a beautiful part of the world. We're going to be dropping down into a dip, and there isn't a lot to see down there.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A303, towards Warminster.
So I will speak to you all. Let's get round the roundabout, just in case there's any fuckwittery. Unlikely, because it's a fairly straightforward roundabout, but you never know. You never know.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A303, towards Warminster. Follow A303 towards Honiton for 6 miles.
And then I'll come off, so I'll speak to you all in a bit. Hello! Got to put you on again, it's beautiful around here. So the sun is behind me, I'm travelling westbound. Shame I've got the rattle with me gas stove. And I stop at Warminster Services. Get some breakfast, bloody hungry. Some lunch, because I haven't got anything to eat. I've run out of food. Well, unless I start opening tins of stuff, and I don't really fancy doing that. So we drop down this hill, and at the bottom of the hill we turn off. This is quite a nice lay by to stop at for a break. I wouldn't want to overnight here because it's right on the road, but stop here for the break. Beautiful view. Sometimes stop there. If I've had to go on the docks first and I'm heading this way, I'll often stop there because I'll have done 2.5, 3 hours by then. Time for a break. But as I've only just left the yard this morning, I've done hour 18. What's a pheasant and quail about? Oh, someone's been off the road
miles, then. Take the exit towards Warminster.
Partridge. See which way these boys go, whether they carry on west or they're going to go the same way as I go. This is a truck route that I'm taking.
After half a mile, take the exit towards
First
Warminster,
one is.
then at the end of the road, turn left. Take
So
the exit,
2 out of 3 are going
at
that
the
way.
end of the road, turn left.
Long sweeping corner here.
Turn left towards Warminster, then bear left, A36.
It's almost like you go back on yourself. It's a right corkscrew.
After 900 feet, bear left.
Bears.
Bear left.
No, can't see any.
Follow A36 for 7 miles.
Nothing coming, we're good to go. Right, I'll speak to you all in a bit. Speak to you later. You know what, I'm going to leave you on. It's not plugged, the camera's not plugged in, so I don't know how long the battery's going to last, but it'll last as long as it lasts. It's nice round here, so I don't always have to be talking. Heading towards Warminster. Roads can get a bit narrow. Looks like we might get some rain. A bit misty murky ahead. Bird of prey. I hit an owl once and that really upset me. It just swooped down and it was in the middle of the night. I was on the A34 and there's nothing like it. All I saw was it swooped down and it just come out of the sky. It must, I don't know what it was thinking or what it thought it was doing, but it obviously misjudged it, and all I heard was a thud on the roof. It might have only been a glancing blow. He might have survived, because the next day when I went back up the A34 there was no sign of it, like lying in the road or the hedge. It was a fair sized bird. It was a big, like what, just a big owl, huge thing. But it really upset me. I remember it's just because there was nothing I could have done to avoid it. I couldn't hit the brake, so it was just bang. It was like seeing it thud. Almost like it was plummeting to earth. Well, I remember driving a bus back from double decker back from Bournemouth. And I was going through Milford, and there's a little fast stretch, 50 mile an hour stretch. So you're whacked out there. I heard a doof. Didn't think too much of it. I thought I don't know what that was. It could have been a bird or something. Next time I looked at my left-hand mirror, and just the mirrors are on. Like arms, like metal arms, and they sort of come out of a bracket, go up, and then sort of out a bit. And this pigeon had managed to get itself wedged between the arm and the. Well, the thing is, I couldn't hear nothing, and I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see where it hit, didn't I? So anyway, got all the way back to the yard, back to the depot. And it was in the blind spot because it was on the like the pillar of the bus, set forward a bit. They've managed to get it wedged, itself wedged in between the metal arm and the pillar of the bus. Thing is, it's still alive. We got a broom handle and levered it out, and it flew away. That was the ride of his life. He was going backwards. He had the wind up his tail. Poor my word. He must have wondered what was going on. Imagine going through his head going, what is going on here? He's like, oi, Bert. Never guess what happened to me today. I got a lift into New Milton. No, it's Lymington I was going, wasn't it? I got a lift into Lymington. How did you manage that? Well, I got myself wedged up in an arm. Arm? I remember, yeah. Bit drafty around the nether regions though. God, bit drafty, you know what I mean? And a bit chilly. Huh. Why did you do that? He said, well, I didn't mean to. It sort of happened, but yeah. And then they tried to beat me with a broom. In fact, the indignation of having my arse splayed by the wind. I then got poked by a broom. Well, at least I got out of it. Got to live to tell the tale. You know what I mean? I'm real proper hard now. And as the years go by, he tells his grandchildren, like the baby pigeons. He goes, oh, do you remember that time? There's that time when I hijacked the bus. Because he escalated the stories like all granddads do. Yeah, so he went from getting stuck in the arm to actually hijacking it. Yeah, well, I was a bit, in my day, I was a bit like, I was known around these parts for, playing up a bit. Yeah, hijacked the bus, took it all the way to Lymington, got there, beat the driver up with a broom handle. I did, yeah, I got almost hard like that. All the baby pigeons are going, oh, Granddad, you're so wonderful. tell it's Friday, I'm overtired. That was Nook Camp back there. I looked up the history of it once. Do you think I can remember any of it? No.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A36.
Right, we're scooting around the outskirts of Warminster now. Longley House.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Longley. The Lions of Longley is in is here. If you see, I saw funny. I saw this clip yesterday of the. Have you seen that? The little boy. They're going through some sort of like monkey enclosure.
Follow
and there's a little
A36 for 3 miles.
There's a little boy. And it's either the mum or the dad going, oh look, the monkeys, let the monkey go. And the little boy goes, oh, monkey on the car. And the mum goes, oh yeah, monkey on the car. And the mum goes, oh yeah, there is, yeah. And the little boy goes, monkey in the car, fuck off. And the parents just it's a bit like the goat one. Have you seen the goat one? And the goats have obviously escaped in the garden. And obviously the dad goes, those fucking goats. He must always be swearing at the goats. He obviously doesn't like them. Thinks they're more of a pain in the arse. So you never see any of that. But all you see is a little boy pointing out the window going, fucking goats. And the mum's going, no, they're just goats. And he went, no, they're fucking goats. What kids pick up from you, eh? Careful what you say. Careful what you say. They're listening. And they think they're all being all innocent. They're taking it all in there like a tape recorder. Tape recorder. How many kids these days know what a bloody tape recorder is? Oh, do you remember the dramas? Drama. Oh, look at that pretty flag. They got some tulips in there. Oh, that's nice. Do you remember when you had to wind them on with a pencil to get to the right place, or repairing one of your favourite tapes? Oh. And then deep trauma when you play one of your favourite tapes and you get all chewed up in your tape recorder. So why did he do that? Why? Those were the days. The kids don't know the hardship. Press play, that's all I got to do. Press play, doing streaming live. Kids today, it's like, imagine, I just can't imagine myself as a kid having all that technology available to me. You know, kids are live streaming and doing all this fantastic stuff with technology. You know what I mean? When I was like 8 or 9, there's like younger than that, 4 or 5 year olds being able to operate an iPad. You know, I was 8 or 9, used to get fascinated with how fucking ice pops froze. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a whole different game these days, isn't it? Whole different game. Simple pleasures. Oh, there's a big bird of prey in there. He must have landed on something. I used to like the red ice pops. They're my favourite. Yeah, the kids don't know the joys of simplicity, I don't
After a
think,
quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A36. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Shiny truck. Oh, look, you know, how long does it take for him to polish his wheels? He's got even Dura-Bright trailer tyres. It's like trailer wheels. It's like, you know, you finish at the end of the day. I've got a job to string a sentence together at the end of the day. The last thing I want to do is get out polishing wheels. It's not even your truck, mate. It's someone else's. No offence to anyone who does go out polishing their trucks, and that's fine, but I don't know how you find the time. I must work for a company that flogs me to death, because I just don't have time. Or the inclination, to be totally honest with you. Always, you know, fair play. If it's your own truck, then I can sort of justify it, but I can see why you know, I can see it. I get it. And I like to see a shiny truck, don't get me wrong, I don't like to see a shitted up truck, I like to see a nice shiny one. But I wouldn't want to do it. So it's 6:52 now. I'm going to be getting to the services before 8 o'clock in the next couple of minutes, actually.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A36.
So I've got about half hour. The bins will be overflowing here.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
This is probably one of the worst services ever. Lot of building work going on down in there. Down in the floodplain, yeah. This makes lots of sense, doesn't it? Lifted off then, I thought he was coming straight at me.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A350.
Can't remember if it's this road or I think it's this one where the services are, yeah. I'm going right.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A350.
he's going down there. Oh, he's going to Fremont, so be alright. I have overnighted in here before. It's nice and quiet. I've always had a quiet night in it. But, it's pretty rubbish. Yeah, bins all overflowing. And there you go, 24-hour toilet. Because that's all there is. Because they lock the services up at night. Charming, isn't it? That's what you pay your 20 odd quid for, whatever it is to park it. Yeah. Cheers, Moto. Right, speed you all later. Right, let's go. Fed, watered, empty out. It's a shame because it could be a nice little services there, you know. I did buy something out of Greg's.
After 200 feet, go around the roundabout.
I said I'll have something because it's Friday.
A350.
She said, "Oh, there's no need to worry. Everything's fat-free on a Friday."
Go around the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Yeah, everything's fat-free on a Friday. Excellent. So that makes it completely all right. Heading into Westbury, pop out the other side. We're nearly there. It's this side of Trowbridge. I don't even know if it's technically Trowbridge. I suppose it is, really. It's right on the outskirts, though. It's not really Trowbridge. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Off for these lights. Yeah, bullnose Scania. King of the road. That's what they reckon, isn't it? What are those yellow flares? Are they cowslips? If they are, they're pretty prolific along here. Good to see. I'm sure at one stage cowslips were an endangered species. So if that is cowslips on the side of the road there, they are no longer endangered, I wouldn't have thought. So I see them in lots of places.
After a
so maybe they're not cowslips.
Right.
music shop still going. It's always been a music shop there. Been there for years.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout
That's
and
alright,
take
we'll
the
slow
second
down to
exit,
30 mile an hour.
A350 Ormiston Road.
25 even. That's alright, mate. No problem at all.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A350 Ormiston Road.
Everybody's going straight on. There's the old pub there, the Bell. Still going by the looks of it. Some squaddy walking along, there's an army camp here to the left, there's some squaddy walking along the top with a blue folder in his hand. That's how you make yourself look busy all day. That's how I used to do it, walk around with a folder. Used to do nothing, just walk around with a folder. Makes you look like you're going something. Sometimes you change the colour of the folder because it makes you look like you're doing something different then. Yeah. I was a master at doing nothing but making myself look extremely busy. If there was an Olympic sport medalist, I'd be like,
after 900
I'll be
feet,
gold
cross
and
the
world
roundabout
champion.
and take the second exit, A350 Ormiston Road. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A350 Haynes Road.
It's about time they did a bypass for Westbury.
After 300 feet, cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
The locals must hate this, and it must devalue the property.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, A350 Haynes Road. Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, West End. Then take the second left.
We'll take it quite wide here. You can see where they've taken the, well, you probably can't, but the bollardy type things there are. Come on through, there you go. No point in battering on through when you can just stop for 30, you know, a couple of seconds there, ease off and that come on through, no problem at all. Or you could just go through and risk losing a mirror,
After
couldn't you?
600 feet, turn left, A350 4th Street.
I mean, Westbury's not bad. Well, it's not a nice town, but it's not bad. It's not bad. If this wasn't go, this is hope it might end up becoming thriving. There's a Ludlow Arms, a little square there. We've had a look round because we looked at buying a house here.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A350 Trowbridge Road.
I remember when Lidl wasn't here, none of these houses on the left were here. Well, not the one straight ahead. The places on the
Cross
right,
the
none of this was here.
and take the second exit, A350, Trowbridge Road.
None of this. None of that to the right. Oh, it makes you feel old, I tell you.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
This was all fields.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
She looked at me as if to say, I'm entitled, you should have reversed back up then. But there is a pedestrian, no pedestrians out right away, but there's a pedestrian island, so they do the job in 2 trips. And they weren't crossing the road, and I was in progress. Well, don't come across the road, you numpty. Volkswagen Golf pickup. Good nick. Modified, heavily by the looks of it. That was Westbury. A.W. Jenkins pulling a flatbed. Oh, hiccups there. Oh, we'll see how long these take to load here. I could be back in Southampton for 12 o'clock. Or earlier. It might only take them an hour to load. Might take them 4 hours, who knows? This is the thing, you know, you never know. You never know. American overcab in there. So we're nearly here. Yarnbrook.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A363, Westbury Road.
Oh, we've got a cyclist.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
There's a sign saying that, taste and see that the Lord is good. I don't really want to lick the Lord. I'll leave that out to someone else, I reckon. Oh, he's off. Whoa, keep pedalling, my son. He's off. Change gear. Change gear. Oh my God. Right, this is quite a... Where's everybody going here? Yeah. Guessing all the time, guessing all the time. Where's the lorry going? He's going left, so that means I can go. So we're going down here. So the next roundabout, we're turning right. There's me sipping coffee. Oh, for sale. I bet that's a pretty little house inside, but right on the main road, look. Cool. Bridge then.
After
it's
900
right,
feet, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A363.
Somebody has hit it though. Well, there's a big carriage here as well. I haven't been down. Oh, I've been down years ago since I've been here. Whitehall's Business Park, that's where we're heading for.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
I've been here in ages. The cyclist just got out of my way. That's good. So I'm more or less here, so I'll speak to you all on the way out. I'll speak to you later.